Malaysia also reacting to this devastating news. CCTV's Barnaby is live in Kuala Lumpur now, where the flight originated. Barnaby?
Well, Mike, as you can imagine, it was a very difficult and emotional night as well for the relatives of the passengers on MH370 here in Kuala Lumpur. They've been holding out hope for such a long time. They've been waiting for an answer for so many days, and this is not the answer that they wanted to hear. Now, before we saw and we heard that announcement from Prime Minister Najib Razak, they actually found out via text message from Malaysia Airlines. And let me read to you part of that text message, and I quote, "Malaysia Airlines deeply regrets that we have to assume beyond reasonable doubt that MH370 has been lost and that none of those on board had survived." It's final. According to Malaysian officials, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, which has been missing for more than 2 weeks, ended in the southern Indian Ocean. Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak made the announcement late Monday night, saying the conclusion was based on further analysis of satellite data.
This is a remote location, far from any possible landing sites. It is therefore with deep sadness and regret that I must inform you that according to this new data, Flight MH370 ended in the southern Indian Ocean.
It was news that 60-year-old Selamat Omar had hoped he would never have to hear. But the announcement confirmed the worst of his fears. His son, 29-year-old Muhammad Khairul, a flight engineer and one of 239 people on board, is gone.
There are two things that we know. One is that we live and the other is that we die. And we have to accept this.
Families of some Malaysian passengers on MH370 have been staying at this hotel for more than 2 weeks now. In all those days, they said they never lost hope. But now they say they can only take this as God's will. It was a strikingly different scene than the one that played out in Beijing, where emotions ran high as relatives of Chinese passengers received the news. Now, as you know, there are also some relatives of Chinese passengers here in Kuala Lumpur. We were not able to talk to them. We did not see them last night, but we did see some video of them breaking down, and it's understandable. It is very difficult to accept having to hear someone say that your loved one has perished, but this is within the realm of expectation. This is within the realm of possibility. Still very devastating to hear this news, especially for families of these passengers. Mike?
It isn't easy to accept, of course. You know, you want to hold on to even that sliver of hope, especially for this roller coaster of emotions that the family's been going through the last couple of weeks. But does this provide any sense, and I know people hate this word, of closure for the family members?
Mike, I think yes and no. For people like the man you saw in the video, I think this really does provide closure. He said that he accepts the fate of his son. He said that he accepts the statement of Prime Minister Najib Razak. And so if you accept that, then you can move on. But if you're like the Chinese families, as you saw in Beijing and here in Kuala Lumpur as well, they have a lot of questions still. They want to know, what is this evidence? What is this new analysis of the satellite data that gives them this conclusion? They want to know why they're not waiting for more concrete physical proof. These are also questions that we're asking. I guess we will know more details as the day goes by. There will be press conferences that will be held here in Kuala Lumpur. I think we will learn more as the day goes by. Yeah,
All right.
Mike.
Barnaby live for us in Kuala Lumpur. Thanks so much.